Side.
Treasure, that's what. Get off your scaly rump and let's go.
Hush, Salma. We aren't alone.
We should be inside loading up on treasure. Worry Scales here thinks we should wait, though. Don't get any ideas either. We were here first. Not without us, you aren't. I'm sure there's enough for everyone, after all. Come on, Beamja. We're going. You can't shake us off that easily.
Right behind you.
What's going on, friends? I hope you're doing great and thanks for tuning into my video. What's rolling right here is some Skyrim Special Edition. I finally got the game back in action probably about a month ago, and I've been playing the absolute crap out of it for the last few weeks. If you saw my last Skyrim gameplay, I was about level 10, I believe. Now I'm like level 31 or 32, just to give you an estimate of how much I've been playing. I'm doing the mini quest called Coming of Age, and it actually doesn't appear in your quest log. It's that small. But basically I come across two travelers looking for treasure in Iron Biome Barrow. And as you saw, when I try to go in, they're like, nah, we'll all go in together. You're not about to get all the treasure for yourself. So I do have several mods, and one of them allows me to have 3 followers with me. So for this dungeon, I set the difficulty to legendary just to kind of counteract for it. That actually made this dungeon very fun. It's almost like I have an entire raid group with me, as you will see. So you might have noticed by the title, this is going to be a little bit of a different type of video, which I've taken the liberty to name Have a Chat. And the emphasis behind these videos is having a chat. Interaction is great on any video, but I want that to be the main focus of these videos. The topics that I bring up are genuinely things that I want to know your opinion on. And not only that, but I also want to converse with you if you have a different opinion or whatever the case may be. With that being said, please keep in mind what I bring up throughout the video. It doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not. If you make it to the end, don't be afraid to strike up a conversation. I would seriously like to see your thoughts on the topics that I bring up. So my answer to the question, are handheld consoles dying out? Sadly, in my opinion, yes, I think they are. This is something that I've been adamant about in the past, but recently now more than ever. I don't have to get far into the video to say that I think mobile gaming has completely taken over. So before we go too far, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my history with handheld consoles. Now I would explain each console and each game that I enjoy, but that would take forever really. That might be another topic for another video. And I'm also like 99% sure I say that in every video. I will say that my handheld console experience revolved heavily around good old Pokemon. So I started with the Nintendo Game Boy Color, and I worked my way through the years of Nintendo until I hit the DS Lite in about 2006. The DS Lite was easily the height of handheld gaming for me personally. How about you? What handheld console was the most impactful for you? I'm positive that the first DS systems were big for a lot of other people, and I say that because almost everyone around me had one. We used the NFC to play Pokemon, Mario Kart, PictoChat, all of the above really. All throughout the years, even like way back with the Game Boy, handheld consoles were really big for me. And it's kind of crazy thinking about it from a perspective of nowadays where it's not quite so much the case. You know, ideally you play handheld consoles on the go, places where you can't bring your home console. Or at least that's kind of the idea behind it. It never really worked for me that way. I would sit on the couch and play the Game Boy while my Nintendo 64 was sitting right in front of me. So with that, I can easily say that handheld gaming at several points in my life was equivalent in an entertainment value to a home console, that's a pretty big deal. So what happened? As I said earlier, mobile gaming that's like on the phone has completely taken over. I can confidently say that I am not into mobile gaming at all. If you know me, you know that I don't mess around with games on the phone. How about you? Are you big into gaming on your phone? Maybe I'm just a different type of person or something. I just don't like using a phone as a gaming platform. I prefer using a phone mostly for what it was originally designed for. As an exception, I do enjoy several simple games on tablets like, crossword puzzles. I did have a dirt bike game at one point in time that I played a lot of. For some reason, I'm more okay with games on a tablet than I am on a phone. I guess the difference between the two is, with a tablet, it's something that you're mostly at home with, connected to Wi-Fi. And with a phone, I just imagine myself being out more, using data, using my phone battery. Even if I only use Wi-Fi at home, gaming on a tablet or a phone will never be equivalent to having an actual dedicated device. Point being, I prefer having a dedicated system meant for gaming rather than get a decent experience on a phone. I think that so many people resort to mobile gaming simply because of its convenience, and I can't really blame them. The biggest factor is probably the fact that, back when I used my DS a lot, when I was like, everybody had a DS, that was simply because phones had no option but to be a phone. Mobile gaming does make sense for those who had a handheld gaming platform back in the day just because, and they only, kind of played it every now and again. So for the most part, I have never really had any qualms with mobile. However, there's one thing that has begun to bug me. That is big developers starting to make titles for mobile. When I say big, I mean big. And the minuscule chance that you aren't already partaking in some of the releases, I'm sure you've seen what I mean over the last years or even the last months. I'm seeing titles right now that I never would have imagined being on mobile. Shooters on a phone in general just blow my mind, let alone Call of Duty. It's pretty incredible. I remember a couple of years ago when Pokemon Go came out, I was totally shocked that Nintendo would release a title on a device other than Nintendo. Obviously, last month we also had the release of Mario Kart on the phone. It's getting pretty crazy. And I get it. Like I said earlier, I don't really blame anybody. I get it. There's tons of money involved for developers. And I also get it that it's extremely convenient for casual gaming / casual gamers. The minor problem that I have with so many developers catering to the mobile platform is them putting so much effort into those titles versus developing real titles for real gaming systems. Now that's not the case with every release. I can't say anything for developers who have always been on mobile and they've never left that platform. This is more for those like Pokemon Go and Mario Kart. I won't go as far as to say that Pokemon is bad nowadays. I won't go there. But I think that they could use some improvement, especially in the creativity department. With that being said, when they see how much profit mobile gaming makes, they're going to start putting more and more focus there than real Pokemon games. And who knows, eventually real Pokemon could just be on mobile. If you were ever in the handheld consoles, what's your take on gaming on phones? Do you prefer the classic handheld experience like me, or are games on your phone just too convenient for you to pass up? Please let me know what your stance is in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the first Have a Chat and the gameplay fighting this raid boss Draugr, leaving a thumbs up will let me know and help the video reach other awesome people like yourself. To see more of my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right beside it, which will let you know when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back sometime.